Hey there, comedy fans. Welcome to My First Joke, the podcast where we dive into the hilarious stories of how comedians got their start. I'm your host, Karim Kanji. Today, I'm joined by the man from Philadelphia, comedian Kevin Christopher. Before we get
That's
started, don't forget to subscribe to My First Joke wherever you listen to podcasts. If you enjoy what you hear, share it with your friends, leave a review, hit us up with those 5 stars. And if you want to stay in the loop, you can follow me on Instagram at Karim Kanji. All right. Let's get into it. Here's my conversation with Kevin Christopher. Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. Yourself?
Good, good, good.
So listen, s- stand-up comedy, comic. How'd you get started in this thing? Why did you get started in comedy?
Oh man, it was I was just drawn to it. I was drawn to the performance aspect of it. I was drawn to the writing aspect of it. I like the idea of creating stories and stuff like that and sharing them with people. And so I was just drawn to it. It was mainly primarily the writing aspect of it. Like I always wanted to write stories and stuff like that and share them with
Yeah.
people. So that was pretty much what got me into it.
You've always been like a writer that rather than a performer was writing the thing that got you?
Yeah, yeah, pretty
And
much.
how does that start? Like I've heard people saying, they were a class clown and they really liked laughter, or they saw, a stand-up special. Um, Writing. How did you figure out you liked writing?
I think it was a class project. It was a class project, and
Okay.
teacher said, "Okay, everybody got to go and write those." I don't know what the assignment was. I just remember I
Yeah.
wrote a story called the Two Detectives. I don't know why. I remember this story to this day. I wrote a story called The Two Detectives, and it was, I took it home, showed my mom. I was like, "Yo, check out this story," and I wrote it, and that was it, man. I just wanted to write stuff. You know what I mean? And yeah. So and then years later, storytelling is everywhere. You know what I mean? Music is
Sure.
storytelling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I got into a little bit of music, started writing. Then Will Smith came out, so he's doing that storytelling rap stuff, and so I was like, I like this. So I started writing story raps, and then I saw Eddie Murphy and uh, what was that movie? Beverly Hills Cop. And the
Yeah.
scene in the trailer, man, with the cigarettes, I was just like, nah, that's what I gotta do. That's how I gotta do, man. Come on, man. Like that scene was epic, man. That was amazing. Then I got into Richard Pryor. I actually got into Richard Pryor backwards. Like I see Eddie Murphy first, then I saw Richard Pryor, and I was
Oh
like, oh,
wow.
yeah,
You saw like Eddie Murphy act, and then you saw Richard Pryor stand up.
yeah, 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 yeah,
Ah, okay.
yeah,
So it's stand up that got you then after that.
yeah. Because it's
Yeah.
writing, right? It's storytelling. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 For sure. So tell me, let's go backwards. Let's go to Two Detectives. What was that story about?
It was about these two people, and their profession was that of detectives. And yeah, I don't know what the crime was. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the crime was. I don't know what they solved. I don't know what they did. I just remember the
Yeah.
title. You know what I mean? I remember. I
Okay.
wish I had that. I wish I kept that. That would have been cool to keep that. I'd try and do something with that. But yeah. But I mean, in a sense, I'm glad I lost it because if you try and keep your old writing, you try and hold on to it and try and make it work when you should really just write and let go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you get better with your next bit of writing and stuff like that.
Oh, that's good to know. That's
It
good
is
to know.
true.
Do you remember? So, you're writing stuff. Do you remember when it came time to perform, like your first time you went on stage? Was that something you were ready to do? You wanted to do? Tell me about that story of getting on stage and telling jokes.
My first time getting on stage was a friend of mine. It was his birthday, and it was two guys. They're twins, and it was their birthday. So me and my crew from high school, we all went to Yuck Yucks. They said, "Yo, come with us," and they took us to Yuck Yucks, and it was a black comedy show hosted by Kenny Robinson, and
Oh wow. Okay.
yeah, so we went in, we watched, and they were laughing. I wasn't laughing. I was like, they do that here? And then afterwards, I told my friends, and they surrounded me outside the club, and they're like, "Tell us a joke. You don't know no jokes. Tell us a joke." And that was the reason that held me back a lot. Everybody that I grown up around. Everybody has always been like, nah, you nah, nah. And I was like, whatever. Anyway, but anyway, I went up to Kenny. I said, yo, I want to do stand up. Kenny said, wrote down the address, goes, meet me here Tuesday night. Gave this address. I was like, okay, I'll meet this dude at this dark street on a Tuesday night. Whatever. I went to the place and everybody was there. All the comedians was there. John Paul was there, Ron Jossel, Gavin Stevens, Russell Peters, everybody, Roy Day, Mark Trinidad. There's a whole bunch. Well, there's a bunch of other comedians too. I just I'm
They're
forgetting
just
names.
hanging out.
No, it was a
They're like,
comedians open mic. Kate Davis was there.
okay,
Yeah, Kate
okay.
Davis was there. Who else? Yeah, it was a comedians open mic, and you would have maybe five audience members, but it was all comics. So you'd go up and you
Okay.
would try your material, and you just get ripped apart because we'd all heckle each other. It'd be heckling, heckling.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was just it wasn't it was like
It
if you
wasn't a
could get
friendly crowd. It was like
no, no,
it
no. It was comics. It was all
was like a
comics.
roast.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was crazy. Mark Walker was there. Mark Walker was there. Yeah,
And so you went up. That was the crowd you told your first joke at?
yeah, yeah.
Holy shit. Do you remember your joke?
I did some joke about because I went to school in Scarborough and
Yeah, yeah. What school did you go to?
West Hill.
Okay. I went to Mac.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So at the time, I just told a joke about my high school and stuff like that, and so that was about it. I don't remember too much about it. It wasn't a great joke. I just left it at that. It wasn't the best joke.
Did you get like so you just went up, you just told one joke, or did you have like a were you practicing beforehand?
I think I told two jokes. One was about the school I went to, and the second one
Yeah.
was about cockroaches in my house. And
Okay.
but I did good. My energy was good. My energy was good. I don't know if the jokes were
Okay.
good, but I know my
Yeah.
energy was good. And I know they took shots. They're like, "Who this?"
Yeah.
And I came back, and that's what they were like. Okay, you didn't back
Wrong.
down. So yeah,
That did you know who these people were like when you got there,
I didn't know
or
any of them. Not one of them. None of them. And when I
you
left,
knew?
I didn't do it. But I came back again, and then I met them again, and then I kept coming back, and then I started hanging
Yeah.
out with them.
Wow. That's amazing.
Yeah,
Um, that's really interesting that you weren't like because your friends would heckle you before, and it was like something that turned you off, but strangers like it was no big deal to you.
man, this is therapy. Yes, yes,
Oh
that is
shit!
true.
Sorry.
It's true. Why is that? It's because my mother never hugged me. Therapy here, man. That is true. That's true. I don't know why. That's crazy. That's crazy. I never thought about that, man.
Yeah, I'd be scared shitless, but
Yeah.
that's just me. That's just me. Um, let me. How has your style evolved? Like forget about the first time you went on stage where you were just a couple of funny things, but when you first got started, you talked a little bit earlier about you know getting rid of your old stuff because as you progress, your new stuff is going to get better and better. But how has your style changed, or has it changed?
I would say it has not changed, but I'll tell you one thing
Okay.
though.
Yeah.
Because well, you don't just jump on stage and start being funny. Like you had to have started that
Okay.
somewhere else. So for me, it was on the
Yeah.
basketball court. I was on the basketball courts. I wasn't good at basketball, but that's where everybody hung out when I was a teenager. So we're playing basketball, and, we're roasting each other, this, that, whatever. So that's where me and comedy came and made a head-on collision. I was like, being
Yeah.
funny is funny. It's good. So anyway,
Yeah.
my style hasn't changed. The only thing that has changed in my comedy is Biggie Smalls.
Well,
Mic
tell
drop.
me what does
Mic
that mean?
drop.
But
That means that means that
yeah.
I just came to the realization that your words can
Mm,
manifest destiny. You know what I
okay.
mean? Like you start saying some stuff, that shit could become you. That could become, you know what I mean? Biggie Smalls' album was Ready to Die. It's like, in my mind, every time I think about that album, I'm like, why would you? I never thought that album title was a good title. Biggie Smalls is my favorite rapper of all time. But that album
Okay.
title, Ready to Die, why would you call your album that? And now he's dead. He died. you got shot. Now I'm not saying that he got shot because of the title, but
Yeah.
you manifest destiny. You know what I mean? Then you look at Jay Z. Jay Z only talks about good stuff, like, hey man, I'm amazing, I'm good, I'm this, I'm that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my I got the hottest chick in the game wearing my chain, and all of a sudden he gets the hottest chick in the game. You know what I mean? Like he's just manifesting stuff. You know what I mean? So when I'm looking at my material, I'm thinking, okay, let me manifest some good stuff.
That's interesting.
Yeah, let me not like I try not I used to punch down too also.
Oh,
Now I try not to punch down. I used to punch down.
okay. So
Yeah.
are you still punching, but you punching up now?
Trying to punch up more often.
Yeah.
And the playing field has changed since I started. So now punching down, what people think is punching down isn't punching down as much as it used to be. Now punching down is because there's a joke that everyone thinks is punching down. I'm gonna get in trouble for this. I'm gonna get in trouble for this.
No, no,
There's a
no.
there's a joke that everybody thinks is punching down. It's not punching down anymore.
Okay.
Uh, can I say it's punching down? No, everyone thinks it's punching up. Everyone thinks it's punch. There's a joke that everyone thinks is punching up, and it's not. To me, it's not punching up anymore unless you do it cleverly. And I'll tell you why it's not punching up because the joke has been done to death. I'm
So
gonna get
what's
in
the
trouble.
joke? You're not
I'm
going
gonna
to
get in
get in
trouble
trouble.
for it.
Listen,
Yes, I will.
only me, my buddies talk. Listen to this podcast,
Listen, man. This
or give me. Okay, put that aside.
no, I'm
Give
not. I'm gonna
me.
say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm
Okay,
gonna
all
build
right.
up to it.
Okay,
I'm gonna build up to it.
okay.
Listen, man. Since the 70s,
Yeah.
1970s, people have been doing this joke. They've been doing this joke to death. It's done. It's been done. And unless if you're gonna do it now, just do it with some style. Figure out a good way to do it. Figure out a way
Okay.
to, you know what I mean? Like the white people joke. It's done now. I feel like it's done now.
Okay. All right.
Richard Pryor was doing this, the white people crazy in the 70s. This is 2025. How many years is that? This joke is done to death. That's
Yeah.
like I grew up poor joke. I grew up poor. My mom poor. My parents beat me. My mama beat me. Like, oh my gosh, my mama beat
It's not original anymore. Like it's okay, fair enough. It's like fart jokes. People say, okay, enough.
fart
I've heard
jokes, dick
that.
jokes. You know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Dick jokes.
yeah,
Like, what is this? We're doing this again still? Come on,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Get original.
yeah, yeah.
There was
Okay.
a whole, the 90s killed it. The 90s at a time when it's just that it's like, yeah, it's like a dick joke now, almost. It's
Mhm.
not, and I was saying it's punching down, it's punching up. I don't know. It's just a done to death joke, is what it
It's
is.
not original. So what would be an example of punching up now? Like are you talking about
Politicians,
punching
politicians.
politicians punching up? Okay. So yeah, okay. So it is sort of whole if I don't know another way to say maybe like holding power to account sort of thing,
Right,
right?
right.
Yeah, yeah. So people in power, fair game.
Yeah, I would say.
Okay.
What do you think?
I agree.
Okay.
I like for me that would be the whole point of not the whole point, but that would be like a major point for comedy, right? Is to punch at people, at with power. Especially these days. These days it's like it feels like I don't know, regular people are too kind and too calm and not angry enough.
Yeah,
And maybe comics are the ones to punch at those with power, whether it's politicians or whether it's CEOs or whatever the case is, right?
yeah, yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah. I feel it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how I feel. Yeah.
yeah, I've agreed with that. Um,
I'm not saying don't make fun of white people. Make fun of white people. They crazy. White people crazy.
fair enough, fair enough. Let me ask you this. You asked me, before we started recording, are there any deep questions? I don't know if this is a deep question or not, but I'm curious about how you would define success. And my question is, do you feel like you've made it, or was there a moment where you internalize it? Yeah, I've made it now. Or is there a moment you're chasing, or is it part of a journey? Have you thought of this?
No, I gotta ask you a different question though. On the same track, what would
Yeah,
make you think that I would even think that I've ever made it?
I don't know.
From what you know of me, do you think that I've made it?
See, I don't know if there are like markers, right? Like
I guess I could
back
say
in the,
I guess I
you
could
know,
say I made it
yeah.
because I headlined a comedy club. Yeah,
There you
I
go.
guess
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
downplay that. I'm not gonna downplay that. I've headlined a comedy club, so
Yeah.
yeah, I made it. That's a milestone.
Yeah.
Getting I guess getting signed to a comedy club is a milestone. I made that. Made it. Headlined a comedy club. Yeah, I guess I made
I
it.
didn't know that was a thing. You can get signed to a club?
A roster of a club. You can get signed to a
Okay.
roster. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
I mean, the corner in Toronto, they have a roster. Um,
Yeah.
you know, and yeah, so yeah, I can say I made it. So, what was your question again?
Yeah, that was my question. Do you feel like
Uh,
you've made it?
I've made
Or
I've made steps. I've made
yeah.
milestones. Yeah.
Is there a milestone ahead that you're looking at?
No, um, uh, whatever comes next is next, and I
Yeah.
just keep going up. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could.
Yeah.
I'd like to headline in another continent.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. For me, like sort of, I don't know why this question is there, but I think, prior to the internet, um, if you had like an album, right? If a comic had an album, that would be like, wow, that, I mean, they put out an album, it's amazing.
Mm,
Nowadays, not to downplay anybody, but there's so many specials on Netflix.
I
Before
know.
was, man, you get an
Even
HBO special,
even
you
more
made it.
on YouTube.
Even more on YouTube,
Yeah.
right? But I don't know, like there's like Josh Johnson, like he's his material, like holy shit, does the guy sleep? Like
Hmm.
like every week there's a YouTube special this guy's releasing, and it's like
You said Josh
phenomenal.
Johnson, but I know a Josh Johnson who's a comic from Toronto, but he does like
Oh, okay,
sport.
wrong
He
one.
does sports comedy too. But I know you're talking about Josh Johnson with the one braid like
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
and he
The
goes
one
like
braid
this with it.
and the hoodie,
He goes,
and
yeah,
the
he goes
hoodie,
and the hoodie,
the gray
and he won't
hoodie.
perform without the hoodie. It's like tells his assistant, make sure my hoodie is there, or else you're fired. He goes like that with the one braid. He's a good guy though. He comes up with like material day after day after day. He's like the news. It's like
It's
watching TV
crazy.
24.
Yeah, it's crazy. Um, but yeah, so with like
Is
an
it
album,
special
so,
though? Is it a special though? Is it? Do you
I
think it's
guess it's
special?
not a special, but it's like it'll be like tomorrow 9 p.m. 30-minute set,
Yeah,
and it's like fresh.
yeah,
Like, and I know it's not his whole set, but it's like he's got like 30 minutes where he's talking. Like his last one was about Diddy's lawyer.
yeah.
Um,
That's great.
that
That's
that
amazing. I wish I could do something like that. That is amazing.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's
he
what did he do? Half an hour or 45 minutes or what does he do?
yeah, it's like in 20 minutes to 45 minutes.
Man,
Back when he did the whole Drake Kendrick Lamar thing, that was like over an hour.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
I wonder if
I
he
don't
has like
know.
other writers helping him or if he's doing it all by himself. That's impressive writing.
Yeah, I know he tours with his buddy. I can't remember. Like they got a podcast together. I can't remember this buddy's name, but yeah, I don't know. Hangs out with Trevor Noah too, so who knows?
Mm-hmm.
Who
I
knows?
mean,
But
I like to I like it when I come up with a new tag for a joke. Like if I know I've been doing my act for a while. A while is over is a underestimation, but I've been doing it for a while now. But I like it when I come up with like a new tag for an old bit. Like, oh shit, I got a
ah,
new tag for that bit. You know what I mean? And
yes,
so I mean, there's pluses and there's negatives to coming up with a new set every day or something like that. Some people hate people who keep the same set. Some people are just like, I'm gonna keep the same set. I'll do the same set for 10 years. Jerry Seinfeld said, Jerry Seinfeld did his set for like 10 years. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And he just toured. He just went around and kept putting on new tags on it and stuff like that. And then finally, when he buried his set,
He
he
did a
goes,
special.
yeah, he called it. I'm telling you for the last time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's so true.
Some
That's
comics
so
go and
true.
do a special because they're popular. It's like, oh, I'm popular. Okay, I'll go and do a special. And
Yeah,
and then they go out and do a special. It's just like yesterday I woke up and then I went to the bathroom and then I went to my car and then I drove my car around the corner and then I parked my car at my workplace. And then I went inside the workplace, and then I sat down, and then I picked up a pencil, and then I wrote something down. Thank you. Good night. It's like, what the hell? What was that? You just talked about your day. What's going on here, man? There's one special in particular that, like everyone was anticipating this special, and
Yeah,
then it came, and then everyone's like, okay, all right, that was it.
that's probably for like a contract, fulfill a contractual
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
obligation, maybe.
probably, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Kevin, this has been great, man. Where can people find you online, to follow you, to find out where you're next performing? Where's a good place for them to go?
Go to my Instagram. It's at OG Kevin Chris, and I think my Facebook is Conroy Kevin Chris. If you follow me on Facebook, but OG Kevin Chris on Instagram, or yeah, and my TikTok, I don't know what it's called. I don't know. I put in some weird name. TikTok is messed up, so I don't know. I thought they were gonna get rid of it, so I was just like, it doesn't matter. I don't need this. Turns out I should have kept it. You have
You
TikTok?
should have kept it, man. I got
Mm,
a TikTok. I don't know what it is though.
okay, we're an
Yeah.
older generation.
I can't keep up with this shit, man.
I know, I know. Well, all right. Well, email me at kevinchristopher at AOL.com, and um,
Kevin, this has been fun. Listen, thanks everybody for tuning in to this episode of My First Joke. I hope you had as much fun listening as I had chatting with my guest, Kevin Christopher. If you enjoyed the show, subscribe to My First Joke wherever you listen to podcasts so you never miss an episode. Share it with your friends. Please rate, please review. Only give it 5 stars. If you want to go to the website, myfirstjoke.ca. My name is Karim Kanji. Until, oh yeah, Matt was a man from Philadelphia. Go check out that special. Is it on YouTube or where can people find that, Kevin?
Tubi,
On Tubi. All right.
where only the
Um,
best movies go.
or on Tubi.
Yes, that is correct.
Yes, that's so true. I'll put a link to it in the show notes.
Thank you, thank you,
My name is Kareem. His name is Kevin. Until next
Christopher. Yeah,
time, yeah,
yeah,
Kevin
Kareem. Yeah,
Christopher.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Go on, keep going, keep going.
Until next time, remember.
Chase your dreams, people, and speak positivity into your life. Manifest positivity, and follow me on Instagram. Check me out on Tubi. Peace out. Shout out to my boy Karim.